You know, the law of attraction is a trademarked phrase that some people trademarked 15 or more years ago. And, I studied science and I never studied anything called the law of attraction. Philosophy of science has no such law in it. The idea that I'm going to think of $1,000,000 and $1,000,000 is going to come to me. There may be one or two coincidental incidences of this happening, but mostly it's a kind of hocus pocus. And it trades on this idea that is a distortion of Vedic science. Vedic sciences describe that as you think, so the world becomes. But, on the basis of you being inside, ultimately the author of all change, but not the little you. These people who promote these ideas, New Age philosophies, they have a kind of attitude that there is the universe, capital T, capital U, the universe out there. And the universe out there, which is just a way of avoiding using the word God, the universe out there, or God, if you want to think of it in that word, is just waiting for a human to tell me what it wants. God is there waiting. Oh, I want $1,000,000, so I'm going to write a check to myself for $1,000,000 and use some scotch tape and tape it to my mirror every morning. So when I'm shaving, I get to look at the check that's made out to me for $1,000,000. And this way I'm broadcasting to capital T, capital U, the universe, that thing that's separate from me, that big intelligence. I'm broadcasting to that big intelligence, and big intelligence saying, finally, all I ever wanted to know was what you actually wanted. Now I can see it written on the check stuck on your mirror. Here comes that $1,000,000, baby. I mean, this is just such a hokey idea. The sugar daddy universe. Universe just waiting for you to get clear about what it is you want. And if you tell the universe what you want, then the universe, the not you, universe is not you. The not you is going to provide the you with what you want. Santa Claus in the heavens. So, this has been a kind of childish way of thinking about the world. And now we need to have a mature way of thinking about all of this. There's actually only one indivisible whole consciousness field, and you are it. There's no the universe separate from you. There's one indivisible whole consciousness field, and you are it. You are the universe. But you are the universe doesn't mean you, little individual Nigel that grew up in Bristol in England, that you, Nigel, are the universe. It means that Nigel is able, if practicing Vedic meditation, to transcend the individual boundaries of thought, experience the underlying baseline field of universal consciousness, and identify with it. As long as Nigel only identifies with being, a good soccer player on the Bristol soccer team in England, and, Nigel is thinking of himself as Nigel and the universe is out there, separate to me, this separation of universe and individuality, this is a completely false thing. Think of a funnel. Wide end, narrow end. Narrow end, Nigel in Bristol. Wide end of the same one thing, universal consciousness. Not two separate things. A funnel is not two things. It has two ends to it. A wide catchment end and a narrow applicable end where things can be applied. And the direction of the funneling goes from the wide to the narrow. From universal consciousness, channeling into individuality, but individuality needs to, during meditation, broaden its awareness and expand and experience, oh, I am one with the universe. I and the universe are one. When I and the universe are one, I can detect what it is that universe wants to do with its individuality. What does universe want to do with its individuality? What is the purpose of the individuality? What is the role of the individuality in the overall evolution of everything? This in Sanskrit. Sanskrit's the ancient language of India, the classical language, is known as dharma. D-H-A-R-M-A, dharma. What is that? Which, doing, my individuality is expressing the intentionality of the universe. What is the intentionality of the universe, and what is my individual role in it? Then one finds oneself desiring whatever it is, spontaneously desiring whatever it is that's going to aid in causing that progressive change to come into being, making it so. I am the universe deep inside me, and spontaneously I become aware of those things that are needed to bring about the progressive change that's going to fulfill dharma, my role in the evolution of things. And so a desire for a thing, a desire for something that could be useful in bringing about progressive change, a desire for that comes from my universal self. My universal self is in charge of the desiring mechanism. And my universal self alerts me to what's coming by giving me a desire for it. The thing is already coming into manifestation. By the time I'm desiring it, it's already assembling itself. Now, contrast this with that other thing that we started off talking about. I have a desire, I'm a little individual, and I want a Lamborghini. And the universe was just waiting for me to tell it that I wanted a Lamborghini. And so if I just tell the universe with great clarity and enough consistency, the universe, the not me thing, will give me a Lamborghini. And I can just assemble a whole lot of stuff. I can have a house on the coast of the south of France. All I have to do is tell the universe that's what I want. I can have multiple millions of dollars. I can have Lamborghinis. I can have lots of people who smile at me all the time. And I can just have any kind of experience I want to have. All I have to do is tell the universe what I want. I, the individual, am in ownership of my desiring mechanism, and the universe is just out there waiting for me to tell it. This is nonsense. This is rubbish. The truth of it is, our individuality is informed through the process of desiring about what's coming. My favorite way of putting it is, desire is a preview of coming attractions. By the time you're having a desire, nature is already assembling that thing which you're desiring. Your big self, your inner big self, is the author of your desires. So there is a relationship between that which manifests and the process of desiring. But that which is doing the manifesting is causing the desire in the first place. That which is bringing things to be, moving things from being to becoming, moving from the unmanifest to the manifest, is also the source of desire. As we practice Vedic meditation twice a day, our awareness identifies more and more with the source of desire, the source of thought. And we grow to expect naturally that that which we find desirable is coming into being. It's not that my individuality is the cause of it, or that my individuality is the source of it. My individuality is simply a means through which universal frictionless flow from unboundedness into progressive change is naturally occurring. And we have that realization. My individuality is a mechanism being used by universal intelligence, by my own universal intelligence. My individuality is being adopted by universal intelligence to bring about progressive change. This is reality.